Moufarrege here. Got one of my favorites, Distant Lover by Marvin Gaye. I'm gonna do this in one take, ready? Everything seems to explode. Now I gaze out that window. She'll get down that lonesome road. Distant lover. Hey, it's Moufarrege here from growthevoice.com. If you want to know how to sing with more freedom and expand your vocal range and improve your tone, then you're in the right place here. So this is episode 3, where I share some of the techniques that I teach singers and have used myself to create more freedom in the voice. So the technique that I'm going to be talking about today involves narrowing and funneling the sound down to a tiny hole, almost like an ooh shape. All right, so I'll pull up an example here. Heaven knows, right there, that I long for you. So last episode, I talked about opening up to R and A when you sing these big belty kind of songs. But when you sing a song that's reined in like this, you don't want to be like, heaven knows, right? It's too big. So what we do is we start to funnel everything down to long for you. Or. So the main kind of concept here is you sing everything almost through like an ooh kind of position. So heaven knows that I long for you. Instead of heaven knows that I long for you, it'd become more like heaven knows that I long for you. So it's like heaven knows. So do you hear the difference there from heaven instead of like this air vowel, it becomes more of a like a heaven knows. And that's how you keep the sound small without having to back off the volume, because it's too weird to back off the volume. You end up going back to just falsetto, right? So if you're trying to keep this in a full voice sound like what I'm doing here, rather than backing volume off, you just control the vowel shape in the mouth position, and then you can get the sound more controlled. Same with when you go long, it's too big, right? So long, you go to more of a long kind of sound. Long, so it's a smaller position. You're trying to get the jaw to open through almost like an ooh position. And that's the key thing, is letting the jaw open up but keeping the lips in, and learning how to funnel the sound to a point, to a center resonance. You don't want the sound splatting out. So this type of narrowing is very important so that your voice can learn how to sing without sounding too shouty and without splatting. And splatting means like it sounds like that, like and it's like kind of, it's hitting a wall, it's straining, and the larynx goes and gets jammed under here and tight. So what happens is it will teach you how to keep a nice relaxed larynx position. What that means is that your voice will start to just rest as you're singing. Mean and cruel. You don't hear it go like meh and then get jammed under the throat here like and pinched, right? So the larynx doesn't want to raise up and choke me off, because I've taught the voice how to get under the sound. So this kind of training, this narrowing of the sound, if you do it right with the right steps, you will learn how to keep the sound stable and the larynx resting. So as I come up here, so it's kind of dark and the jaw's down. It's not, because if you sing like that, you're going to find when you sing songs, you're going to have that same problem. It's all tight up here. So I'm going to put in a piece of footage here of one of my students. When she came to me, she had this problem of the larynx raising up and choking her off and straining.
No.
Yeah, like that. Your vowel should modify to o.
No.
That's it. Good. And most of our training was about narrowing the sound and building the ability to get under the tone so that there's stability and the larynx rests. So just to recap again, what we're doing is you're basically singing through an oo position with the jaw down. So it's almost like an O, but it's like this. And you sing it all through there. You funnel everything through that. At the same time, you've got to make sure that you keep this sound very clear, not muffled. And you also got to make sure the larynx doesn't raise up. So you're going to feel the urge to smile into the sound because you're going to feel like you've got no space. That's because you haven't taught the larynx how to get under the sound so the larynx can stay rested. So for example, if I do like an E vowel, right, and I'm singing, most people want to go like an E, and it's already tight there, right? So instead, you got to teach how to get under the sound so the sound starts more from the collarbone instead of starting where it's up here. So when we sing the song here, that I long for you, see the difference between long instead of long, right? Long. That's me not getting under the sound. That's the sound pushing me up, right? The larynx is raising up. So this isn't about keeping the larynx pressed down or anything like long. I'm not pushing the larynx down. I've just learned how to get the larynx to rest in the stable position. And then what will start to happen is larynx will tilt, and when it tilts, that's how you get that. Oh, in that same voice, I can just go up in the same voice, right? Without it going and choking me off. Okay. And lastly, I just want to point out, last episode, I showed you belting where I was really digging in, going loud on the sound. And this episode, I've really backed off and went more for its kind of thinner, controlled, reined in kind of sound. You can hear that you don't have to be banned to one sound. Does that make sense? It took me a long time before I could learn how to control both sounds. What I found was that if I only did the narrow sound, the one I'm showing you here today, I could get more flexibility in my voice and it was easier to sing, but then I started to lose my power. Right? And likewise, if I only did the big sounds, I started to find that I couldn't do thinner sounds. I'd just sound like I was belting over everything. So it's taken me a long time to learn how to get the nuances balanced so that I could go from one to the other without losing the skills, and actually having the skills kind of marry up and benefit each other. So if you want to know how to do these kind of things and so that your voice is free to just sing whatever songs that you want to sing in whatever key you want to sing them in, so you got the range, you got the tone, you got the flexibility and the freedom, just click down below here and sign up for my free course. You'll be signed up to my mailing list where I share things privately with you that I don't share publicly on YouTube. And once you're in there, I'll be giving you the opportunity to sign up for my program, The Path to Vocal Mastery. So when that opportunity comes, take action on it and you'll be learning these things step by step without anything left out in the exact order that you need to learn it in. So before we wrap up here, if you found anything interesting, surprising, or you have a question, just leave it down below in the comment section. I read every comment, I'll reply to you, and take care. Thank you for watching.